After taking a 2-week hiatus and having seen the discourse on social media and the media itself, I wanted to touch on a specific moment that has become such a hot topic in both subtext and the headlines. How 17 seconds of 4 posing silhouettes at the Coachella Valley Arts and Music Festival was so impactful, it touched many fandoms across the K-pop community all at once, whether they knew it or not. Let's start at the beginning from how I know the story. April 4th, I woke up to a new hot off the press release of pictures of K-pop icon CL in her dark black sunglasses, dark black robe, and Miu Miu boots, walking towards the airport doors for her flight to LA. While walking, it can be seen she's being followed by not just her bodyguard, but a man with a camera. At the time, most fans could tell this was her currently filming, but to others, this was just another instance of famous K-pop idols being visited by the press. However, this, as we would soon find out, marked the beginning of the major moment to come. April 10th, the days went by and CL had landed in LA with pictures of iconic producer Scott Storch being released by CL on her Instagram, the same producer responsible for 3 of the top hits on Beyonce's 2003 debut album Dangerously in Love, promoting rumors of a sophomore effort to come, while days later on April 14th, out of nowhere, 88 Rising released a sudden teaser of Eyes with CL and Jackson Wang being spotted. This announcement of the roster caused a frenzy among fans. While this didn't immediately trigger media frenzy with the presence of a few famed K-pop stars, it did trigger a light suspicion among CL's fans of what was to come. Fast forward to D-Day 2 days later, around 8 p.m. on Saturday, the hype built up for anticipation of the following performer as the words cued in.
Excuse me, do you have that sauce that is spicy? Made in Korea.
Those words uttered out of the speakers, letting the world know that CL had fully arrived in full bloom and force as she performed her set of intense hip-hop choreography and rap verses across Spicy and Chuck. She seemed bolder and more confident than ever than her previous Miami set. However, CL exited the stage. A pause of breath was held before a few sets of posing silhouettes appeared out of the smoke and white light. This, alongside a delayed refrain of Negache Janaga, was enough to shock K-pop fans present and past. 21's arrival on the main stage in full glory, as if they never missed a beat in their chemistry. 21's original ascension predates social media, and still it carries that same star essence. And once the iconic stage settled, the aftermath following the performance began to rock the K-pop community across all fandoms, which brings us to the present day. 21's appearance was so resonant that it reportedly trended in 52 countries, #1 worldwide, and with over 2.2 million tweets in 24 hours, being #1 in places like Canada, the Philippines, Brazil, and more. Not to mention the plethora of national and international news media coverage from South Korea, China, the Philippines, etc., as well as many articles from Variety, Paper Magazine, Nylon, NME, Rolling Stone, to the South China Morning Post and the Korea Herald. The impact awakened a strong nostalgia that even pulled out older K-pop fans who had moved on, and fans who they gained post-disbandment, fans of various ages and races to be exact, from every single corner of the globe. However, controversy soon arrived in the form of Big Bang's Top. Although there were pockets of discourse from a few select people attempting to disregard the hype, this was the gasoline that would be approached by fire. To sum it up, a post on Instagram by Top went viral for his praise of 21's appearance, yet crossing out Blackpink's name on the post despite the picture having both groups on it. This was then gaslit by many conversations surrounding the relevance of Coachella to K-pop. As many know, Blackpink's Sahara stage in 2019 has gotten plenty of media coverage for its respectable display of K-pop's showmanship and Blackpink's stage presence. This was the tipping point for legendary K-hip-hop artist Tablo of EPIK mentioning his position as first among Korean acts to be invited to the festival. This post, of course, sparked hysteria from toxic fans claiming his irrelevance to K-pop and lack of popularity. If I'm being quite frank, EPIK is one of the most acclaimed artists in Korea, and his position in Coachella is inarguably part of the fabric of any Korean acts appearing. This incident, alongside the announcement of SM girl group aespa being heralded as the first K-pop girl group to be invited to the main stage, would be the aftershock. All of this banded together at the epicenter of first. Who was first, better, or most influential in pushing K-pop to a formerly non-mainstream festival? Coachella's mainstream appeal did come off the strength of influencers, yet its popularity was added on by intersection of acts like Beyonce, Ariana Grande, and The Weeknd. Coachella is being used as a platform to earn mainstream gratification through the social media gaze. Yet in K-pop, one could argue Blackpink was the one to capitalize off of it the most due to their timing of appearance and social media influence. This doesn't affect the position of EPIK from being necessary for that door to even be entertained by the showrunners of the festival, while by extension 21's appearance on the main stage made this a conversation with its surprise and its impact. Overall, 21 obviously aren't involved in this particular stretch of controversy, but they ultimately played a role in the accepting of Coachella as another backdoor exposure for K-pop stars. The conversation needed to be pivoted towards how K-pop can be treated with wider respect for its dedication and performance value as any other music industry. Then again, you cannot have this talk without bringing to light of 4 women whose legacy remains intact and could reawaken a legion of fans just by standing for 17 seconds. As YouTube channel Real K-pop stated, quote, "Ferrari is still Ferrari, even though time has passed. Actually, its value would increase over time. As we see, 6 years after their last performance and 5 years after disbandment, they can still impact."